Alrighty, welcome. We're going to look at a couple examples from 3536. Point slope is the focus, writing equations of line, so on and so on. So here's problem number 14 on page 195. Write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. That's y equal mx plus b. And it goes through the points 5, 2 and negative 2, 2. Well, I use the point slope formula for lots of things, and of course we're going to need it for this. And the key to the point slope formula is we need a slope and an xy coordinate. Well, we have an xy coordinate but no slope, so what we're going to do is just simply do a t-chart. Y'all can use the slope formula if you so desire. We got 5 and 2 and negative 2 and 2. That's a negative 2 over there. That's a plus 0 because we're talking about how far apart they are. That means differences. And this is a minus 7. So my slope is equal to 0 over negative 7, which of course equals to 0. So I'm going to plug it in now. So let's go ahead and do that. We got y. It doesn't matter which point I pick. Like for instance, I'll pick this point right here. So we got y minus 2 is equal to 0 times x minus 5. Well, look what happens here. I distribute the 0 there, that's 0. I distribute the 0, that's 0. So I just get y minus 2 is equal to 0. Add 2 to both sides, I get y is equal to 2. Now, if you remember that on our coordinate graph here, anytime a y is equal to a number, that is simply a horizontal line with slope of 0, where you have y is equal to 2. Something like that. Next example. This one's out of the book as well. And look how wordy this thing is. Some of y'all saw that on Friday. This thing was very wordy. On our warm-ups from the previous couple of weeks, I would say just write the equation of line that is parallel to such and such that goes through such and such point. Well, that's a lot of words. We're just going to find the line parallel and the line perpendicular to this that goes through this point. So first thing we need to do is solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 4x on both sides, so that gives me 3y is equal to negative 4x plus 8. And I divide by 3 on all parts, so that gives me y is negative 4 over 3x plus 8 thirds. This is my slope. I could care less about the rest of the problem, so my slope is equal to negative 4 thirds. Ah, so much bleeding. I got to really figure out, maybe it's just the program I'm using. And here I have negative 4 thirds, so I'm going to use this slope, that point, in my point slope formula. I'm going to plug it in. That's going to be y plus 2 is equal to negative 4 thirds and x minus 4. Distribute that negative 4 thirds, and I have y plus 2 is equal to negative 4 thirds x, and that's negative 4 times the negative 4, so that's positive 16 over 3. Okay, because we're not going to divide 4 by 3. We always keep improper fractions. I need to add 2 to both sides. Well, 2 comes in many different forms, like 2, or 2 over 1, or 4 over 2, or 6 over 3. 6 over 3 is going to work for us, so we're going to add 6 thirds to both sides. I mean, subtract 6 thirds to both sides. So we just subtract 6 thirds to both sides, and my answer is y is equal to negative 4 thirds x plus 10x. I mean 10 over 3. There we go. That's an x right there. Okay, let's find the perpendicular. Well, the perpendicular is this. Perpendicular slope is this. Well, we're just going to take this slope. This is our regular slope, and we're going to flip it. Change the sign. It's the opposite reciprocal. So we do the same thing. We're going to have y plus 2 is equal to 3 over 4 times x minus 4. Not so much bleeding that time. I'm really working on it. So we have y plus 2 is equal to 3/4 x minus 12/4, or basically 3, minus 3, right? So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So 3. And then we're going to subtract 2, so we get y is equal to 3/4 x minus we go. Okay. Alrighty. See you next time.